Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart, no retreat, no surrender, bulldozers force, a savage offender, red, white, blue, burning bright, in the chaos he finds delight, blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage again, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage offend, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you have not yet smashed that like button, go ahead and give it a good smashing. Thump the like button, caress the like button, lean in real close to that like button, whisper sweet nothings in its ear, and then pound away, because that's what you gotta do with that like button sometimes, y'all. There's some very free ways that you can support this channel. You can hit the like button, you can comment in the comment section, you can repost this stream here on Rumble. Cool thing about reposting on Rumble, everybody that follows you is going to see your repost, and it goes in the repost tab on the front page. The idea is, hey, maybe more people will see the channel on Rumble, and we'll get more Killdozers here in the Dozer Den. We're also on pill.net. What's up, Mr. Joe Man? What's up, Salty Zipper Tits over here on Rumble? Good to see you. We are on Rumble, pill.net, BitChute, thedozerden.locals.com for at least the first 30 minutes of the show. I am not important enough to have a full live stream on locals, guys. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. We are on the X Machine at BillDozer74__, or you should be able to search Dozer74, and I'm there. Still barely over 4,000 followers. I get in fights with cultists and commies over there on the X Machine. That's the goal, anyways. I'm going to push the narrative just a little bit. Push against the narrative, rather, not push the narrative. What's up, Sanglant? Good to see you. Hopefully I'm able to go longer than 30 minutes today, because I went ahead and clicked the stream to locals as well. The last few times I've done that with Canvas Beta, which I'm using tonight, hence the, a ticker across the bottom there. Hopefully it doesn't cut us off at 30 minutes. If it does, I'll make another stream and we'll come right back to it. But I hope that doesn't happen tonight. I really, really hope it doesn't. That's right. Fuck commies. I agree. Just don't actually fuck them, because they don't even deserve the pleasure. Not even from a hate fuck. Don't do it. They're not people. Just don't. Oh, we are on YouTube. For however long that lasts. We're creeping up slowly in the subscribers over there, up to 78. Ha! How about that? Just making shorts, getting more followers from the shorts, I guess. Where else are we? BitChute, pill.net, thedozerden.locals.com, here on Rumble, X. I think that's everywhere. Yeah. I'm not missing anybody. But yeah, guys. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you're having a terrific Tuesday. Sorry about not streaming yesterday. Lady Dozer was not feeling very well. She's probably got the same funk that I had, and her blood pressure hit like 160/90. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out with you tonight. So what's up, 17 George 76? Good to see. I'm not on Odyssey. I've thought about going ahead and creating an Odyssey account, but I have not yet. That's something I should do. Should I stream to Odyssey too? That's a thought. It's a thought. Apparently, Blaze Stream is another streaming platform, or something that has popped up. I don't know if I should hop on that bandwagon as well. Oh, I'm on Pickaxe, guys. You should check out Pickaxe. You said Mr. Joe Man's saying I should use Odyssey. I will consider it. You know what? It wouldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt to cast to one more place, right? It really doesn't hurt much. Once you get the multi-streaming set up, it's not really... You just click a button. At least with Rumble Studio. And that's one of the things I do like about Rumble Studio. It's not that hard. With BitChute, you do have to enter in the RTMP every stream. That's the only thing I don't like about casting to BitChute. It makes me do that. I think that's on BitChute. I don't think that's on Rumble, because pill.net has it set up to where I don't have to enter an RTMP each stream. I just create a new live stream over there, and once I click it from here in Rumble Studio, it'll just automatically do it. So, I don't know. I'll check into Odyssey, though. Thanks for the reminder. I forgot all about that platform. I am on BitChute, but, barely anybody watches me on the BitChute. Sometimes I'll have 100 or so views, but really, But hey, wherever I can get my voice out, that is, I guess, probably a good idea. Guys, the goal of the show, information, entertainment. Some may call that infotainment. If you didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Do about 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompressed stream, a chill stream for all you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. We might have 1 or 2 official topics, but for the most part, we take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only 2 options. If you're intersex, I ask that you please pick a fucking lane. Look at that. It's tiny. I gotta figure out a way to get those, like, full screen set for the room that I create. I also need to figure out, that's one of the things I'm going to be asking about tomorrow in my Zoom meeting with Vivian. Forgot her last name. But Vivian with Rumble. I'm going to be in a Zoom call with her. I don't know if anybody else is going to be involved, but I have questions. I have tips. I have advice. I have guidance needed, I guess, in certain aspects of this. I really like what they've done. I just know that it's in beta, and I hope that they can fix some of the things that need to be fixed. So that's the hope, anyways. Hey, there's look at that Sanglant over there on locals, showing the locals. Boom. There you go. There's a locals chat. There is a live chat. Shit, did I create a locals today? I don't think I did. My goodness. I suck. Give me a moment so that the live chat will stay open longer. I do not think I did today, did I? Wait. Nope, I did not. That is the stream that is only going to go for 30 minutes. Give me a second here. Oh, is Ricada live? That son of a gun. How dare he? How dare he be live at the same time as me? Not like he has like 150,000 followers or anything on Rumble. Nah. I'm clearly more important than the nose. Clearly. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Why am I going over here? I can't believe I forgot that. Can't be forgetting locals like that. What's wrong with me? Let me fix it. Fixing it now. It's episode 245, which I do have the notebook. I've started a new notebook. It is a big one. Big notebook. I have some actual personal stuff on that front page I need to either get rid of or... I don't want to show you that, so... Nothing against you guys, just my own thing. So, let me fix this. Been hanging out with the kids this evening, watching Bo Furry. I don't want to get hurt, so I increase my defense. I think that's the name. It's a really long title for an anime, but it's kind of cute and cool at the same time, and my kids love it, so, I'm okay with it. No degeneracy so far, and it's actually a pretty wholesome anime. My 8-year-old was on Netflix and started watching Eden's Zero, though. And I did not know she was watching Eden's Zero. She made it 8 episodes in. Had to have a talk with her about that. You don't get to start a new series without mom or dad's knowledge. And we need to be there watching it with you, or we are supposed to have watched it first, so that we can determine whether or not it's appropriate. Eden's Zero, not appropriate for an 8-year-old. No. Which, honestly, though, I have to say, there are some animes that seem to be recycling characters. Like the chick. And that one's apparently pretty hardcore. Yeah, I didn't know that she had started that. And she got a talking to. Because she knows better. At least she should. But yeah, I was a little bit perturbed. About that. But there's another anime that or two other animes that have like the blonde girl with the big titties. It's what it is. Like this, it looks the same character design. I don't know if they're in the same universe or if it's just different flavors. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you guys. But anyways, we do have some topics we're going to talk about tonight. Going to be a little bit shorter show, maybe about an hour and a half tops, and then I'm going to dip out. That's the thought anyways. But I've said that before, and I usually end up being a dirty, rotten liar. There is a Discord. You can check the description for that Discord link. The invite link is nice and fresh, hot from the oven. If you put them side by side, you can tell them apart. Yeah, but they look so freaking close. It's honestly, it's got to be the same animators, and they're just reusing character design pretty much. And I mean, I guess like Dragon Ball Z does that too. If you look at some of the characters in the same anime, their designs kind of copied with slight variations, but that's just smart. But if you have completely different series and they're looking like the same damn character, it's like, what are you doing? I forgot the other one's another space one, I think, that is similar to Eden's Zero, but not that one. I don't think, anyways. But yeah, Bo Furry. Much more wholesome, much less degeneracy, and I appreciate that, especially for my kids. It says it was TV-14, but some of the stuff that I was seeing was not TV-14. Honestly, Demon Slayer, besides the violence and gore and, like, I guess, emotional trauma that you get from it, Demon Slayer's less risky than a lot of these anime that are like TV-14, and I really don't understand that. I mean, I guess the blood and guts and stuff is pretty bad, but it's, like, some of the just degenerate stuff that pops up in a TV-14 anime, guys. Sound like a prude right now, don't I? Sound like a boomer. Like, yeah, you kids and your inappropriate cartoons. But anyways, guys, don't forget to share this stream out with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Zers, and friends. I'm not judging. Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors, and we will not have a problem. Speaking of behind closed doors, did you guys see that story about Christy Noem's husband? I honestly do not care. I don't. Don't pay hookers though. That's the bad. Don't. Apparently, he might have been paying hookers. Uh, some prosthetic. The most offensive thing, honestly, if you see the screenshot, if you see the photo, it's the asymmetrical nipples. Honestly, that's the most offensive part of the whole thing. Just laziness, pure laziness. Christy Noem's husband, and she acted like she had no clue. Fuck, you didn't know. Dude had the whole giant freaking. No, you knew. Y'all are just freaky as fuck. Who cares? Who leaked it? It's my question. Good God. I don't care. I don't care what people do behind closed doors. I don't care if that's what you want to do. You want to put on fake titties and act like a. I don't care. Just don't bring it over. Don't bring it over to kids. Leave the kids out of it. That fair? I think that's fair. DM Slayer has some really dirty jokes. We have to know the. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit more aware of things to catch the jokes. But like, there's no groping. Like Seven Deadly Sins, absolutely unacceptable for children, because there's groping from the first like 10 minutes. And apparently in Eden's Zero, there's apparently some groping because I read about it as my oldest, dozer offspring was telling me middle dozer was watching an anime and like, one of these says something about naked adventure, and I'm just like, shoot, this is what we get. That's what we get for letting an 8-year-old have a TV in her room. And we need to be a little bit more proactive with parental controls, I guess, or something. I don't know. We could set up her own account with the Netflix that's just kids, and she can only watch kid stuff or kid appropriate stuff. We need to do that. We're slacking, guys. We're slacking. But anyways, we have a few topics that we're going to discuss tonight, guys. We are going to talk a little bit about alien-human hybrids. Matt Gaetz was on with Benny Johnson earlier today, and just straight up said that there was an individual in military uniform that was a whistleblower about this. There was groping in Demon Slayer, but it got stopped real quick. Where was there groping in Demon Slayer? Zenitsu, maybe. Might have tried to grope somebody, then got smacked in the head or something like that. But hell, you have to really watch letting kids watch those tunes. I've seen some of that start with, God, ew. Sounds awful. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Maybe Zenitsu might have tried to grope somebody. He does some really he's a simp. Zenitsu is. There's a little bit of inappropriate. The sleepy guy in Demon Slayer. That's Zenitsu. He falls asleep when he goes to sleep. He freaks out and he passes out, and then he turns into a badass. I mean, he might have tried to grope somebody. And a few of the demons. Okay, the demons maybe, but ooh, that's rough. But for the most part, Demon Slayer's not that bad. Demon Slayer's like got some messed up storylines and some really emotionally like plucks at your heartstrings kind of stuff. So that I can understand the TVMA for that and the blood and gore. But one of the demons. Oh, the paint guy. The one in the vase or the vase, if you want to be a douche. That guy was just disgusting. Ugh. You talking about the manga or are you talking about the anime? Sanglant. You might be talking about the manga. And I mean, I guess with Tengen, him and his 3 wives, that was that was a conversation with the kids. Yeah, we don't do that. That's just Tengen. I've got a Tengen hanging out underneath the deer mount up there. Yeah. Did I ever watch Killing Bites? No, I did not. I need to. Killing Bites. I need to. Because you've recommended that before, haven't you? I need to. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna talk about the alien human hybrids. Don't really have much on that. We do have an Australian senator that I'm pretty sure was just trolling and taking advantage of its being April Fool's Day in Australia right now. Um, so he was acting like he pretty much was saying the same thing that Matt Gaetz was saying, but he was like, "You'd be surprised by how many people aren't human" or something like that. And I'm fairly sure he was being sarcastic and trolling, and it's their imagination land. Australia is in the future. They're already in April Fool's Day, so I'm assuming it is an April Fool's thing, but. That was back in the day when they were like, "Oh, it's tune. It goes with kid stuff." Yeah, not so much, guys. Not so. Hi there, Kitty. Kitty co-host has decided to say hello to the Dozer Den. There she is. There's a good cat. Where's you, puppy? What you doing? What you doing, huh? I am not a cat person. Don't forget, guys, you can donate to the Dozer Den through Rumble Rants, gifted subs, or by subscribing to Belldozer74, the Dozer Den, or the dozerden.locals.com. When you subscribe, your name will be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. You'll have access to a plethora of wonders, stupendous, fantabulous emotes, some animated, some not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. And you don't have to worry about ads on this channel. And you don't have to worry about getting locked out of the premium content that I churn out each month. I am in the Rumble Creator Program, at least as far as I'm aware still. And yeah, you got to do 5 hours of premium per month. I don't like cutting people off, but I gots to. Hi there. Yes, I see you. I acknowledge you. I already gave you scritches. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. But yeah. Yep, we are going to talk about the alien human hybrids for a little bit, and then we're going to talk about the IDF, or Israeli police, anyways, blocking a Cardinal Pizzaballa, which I have to say, Pizzaballa, because that is the most Italian name I ever heard, even though I don't think he's Italian. I'm not sure, though. The IDF, or the Israeli police, decided to keep a priest, a cardinal, excuse me, well, priest, there was a cardinal, out of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is the, thought to be the place where Christ was crucified, rose, the whole traveling from the mount to the tomb and all that. That's a pretty big thing. Never been in the 1,000 years. It's never been. People have never been told no, you can't worship there, especially on Palm Sunday, which for Catholics, guys, is actually pretty damn important. I'm a Catholic. It's a pretty big freaking event. And one of the things that we as Catholics do, because we're about the shame, right? We read through the Passion. And the congregation, our role is to read as the crowd that literally asked for Barabbas to be freed and Christ to be crucified. Because the shame, And as I'm in church, I'm not gonna lie. So I got this horrible blister, right? Horrible blisters on my hands, and I'm sitting there, we're reading through the Passion, we're calling for Christ's crucifixion, and I'm like sitting here looking at my hand, I'm like, I deserve this. And then afterwards, I was like, stigmata, which could get me to go to hell. But anyways, Israeli psychers will not stop till fully nullified. Yeah, they kept people from worshiping, which I guess they accepted. They're like, okay, whatever. It's dangerous because Iran's gonna strike holy sites or holy events, so you don't want thousands of people there. Okay, I thought we had such a great Iron Dome for Israel. What happened to that? What's all that about, huh? Thought you guys were so freaking so fancy, so super fancy. Apparently not. And thanks for the red pills and the reposts, too, Wild Irish Rose, and I hope you get your stuff figured out that we were talking about in the DM. Not a fun sounding situation. But yeah, it's never been people have never been prevented from worshiping on Palm Sunday in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. So that's kind of weird. And it's for your safety. Yeah, that reminds me of during COVID. Yeah, we were just keeping you from going to church because it's for your safety. I know, different scenario, but come on. Just ridiculous. Still trying? Man, I'm sending good vibes your way, praying that nothing important gets affected, because that would suck. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. We've got an article here or there. We've got an NBC article, which is going to be biased, but we're going to point out the bias because that's one of the things that I like to do. I like to read through articles that might not necessarily mesh with my viewpoint, so that I can kind of tear them apart as we're reading through, and I point out the bias and stuff like that. So, no, that's a cute little frog, cute little Pepe. I'm going to steal that. That is my sticker now. I have stolen it. Adorable. But yeah, the last topic of the evening, Supreme Court has ruled on conversion therapy in Colorado, I think. I think it's in Colorado. Might be, might not be. We'll figure it out. We'll read through it. But yeah, they brought a case, and yeah, it was Colorado's, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down Colorado's ban on conversion therapy. So, conversion therapy is allowed to be present. They can actually practice it. They can apply it. Parents can bring their kids to it. People can seek that conversion therapy out if they want to. And I get it. The research indicates that there's been some really horrible things that have happened from conversion therapy. I'm not saying people should be shocked with a cattle prod when they have a gay thought. Not saying that. But if somebody that is distressed by the feelings of the gayness wants to seek out a therapy, a treatment method to help them mitigate those feelings or not live in sin, I don't see a problem with that, because it is living in sin. I don't care if you're gay, but it is technically sin. That's just the Bible. It is sin. And if you want to seek that out, as long as you're not being shocked with a cattle prod, you should be able to do so. Supreme Court ruled 8-1. Guess who the one dissenting opinion was? Guess! Very small stature. Fucking retard. Ketanji Brown Jackson, developmentally disabled hero, made it all the way to the Supreme Court. That's right, guys. Rising above the limitations she's faced her whole life to get to the Supreme Court. We're nullifying 3 enemies: the Vampire King, Brit Zion, Brit Empire, scumbags, culty, Shia scumbags, and the America. Maybe so, Mr. Joe Man, maybe so. The same DI that always is the one. Yes, Ketanji Brown Jackson is a fucking idiot. If you've read any of her statements, any of her opinions, any of her dissents, she's not a smart woman. She's not a smart person in general. And I'm bugged by this. I am bugged by it because literally Joe Biden, the fucking invalid in chief, the resident in chief for those 4 years, if you believe he's still alive, he literally said, I'm going to put a black woman on the bench on the Supreme Court. That's illegal, first of all. You're just taking a whole bunch of other candidates and saying you don't meet the qualifications because of your skin color and your genitalia. Ugh. There should be a way to remove her. Yeah, I mean, you would think maybe if the last resident-in-chief wasn't legitimate, you think we'd be able to cancel some of the things out, right? But this administration is not going to be able to do a damn thing. Because there's no structure for them to actually do anything. And there's no gumption. There's no gumption to actually do something about it. Just like with the auto pen stuff. Oh, we talked about it. Oh, there's this cute little thing in the White House with the auto pen. The portrait of Biden's just a picture of the auto pen. It's cute. It's adorable. It's a meme. What the fuck ever. Now do something about it. Let's see some action. Let's actually do something about it. Could we do that? What's up? Patiet? Patiet? Thanks for the red pill over there. Appreciate you. Selva Sojourn. Hi, penis or vagina lovers. Not both! Either or. Either or, Selva, laying down the law. Oh, guys, I got blocked by Dan Bongino today. I wasn't even that harsh. Honestly, I was pretty damn tame. But apparently, a little bit of pushback is too much for old Danny. I've never, like I've said before, I've never been a fan of the guy. Never watched his show. A little bit that I did just wasn't my flavor. Thing is, though, like I said on X, and like I've said before, if you like Bongino, I'm not mad at you. And I'm not going to tell you not to watch him. Because I'm not petty. Okay? I'm not going to be petty about it. You can like my show, and you can like his show. I'm not territorial about this. But I don't watch, and I'll critique the fuck out of him. because he's been a bit of an idiot on the X machine. He just has been. And Thomas Massey just mopped the floor with his ass today, and I had to get in on that. I had to get in on that. That was fucking funny. Like, and I just had to be like, hey, dude, you're out of your class. You're getting outclassed right now, Dan. Go get you some pudding. Calm down. Take a breather. I know you're mad that the Massey money bomb ended up going to like up to $360,000.